Hello dear students, today's lesson is Unit 2. What do you remember? Here is a vocabulary list for today's lesson. Bring back a memory. It means something that brings back a memory that makes you think about it. Data, a collection of information. Definition, a statement of the exact meaning of a word, especially in the dictionary. These all are definitions of these words. Digital, expressed as a series of the digits 0 and 1, typically represented by values of a physical quantity such as voltage or magnetic polarization. Doubtful, feeling uncertain about something. Memorable, worth remembering or easily remembered, especially because of being special or unusual. Memorize, commit to memory or learn by heart. Smartphone, a mobile phone that performs many of the functions of a computer. Translation, the process of translating words or text from one language into another language. Unforgettable, impossible to forget, or very memorable. Let's move on to the grammar lesson for today. It's the past events, talking about the past events. We use the simple past form to talk about completed actions. Did Mariam visit Paris last summer? Yes, she didn't. Oh, no, she didn't. She visited London. What did she see? She saw the London Bridge. So here I use the past simple tense to talk about completed actions. Things or actions happened in the past, ended in the past, and there's no reference for them in the future or the present. Did she visit last summer? So I'm talking about last summer. I'm talking about months or a year ago. When we use the simple past, we often mention when the action happened. Like in the previous example, we have last summer. Like last winter in 2001, 10 minutes ago, we mentioned when the action happened. I watched an exciting movie yesterday evening. How to form the past simple tense? We have the affirmative and we have the negative. In the affirmative sentences, we have all the subjects I, you, he, she, it, we, they, listened, the past simple form of a verb, then the rest of the sentence. If I want to make a negative form out of this sentence, we use did not, then the infinitive form. Like, I bought a dress, I did not buy a dress. I listened to the radio, I did not listen to the radio. What about yes or no questions? I start the question with did, then any other subject, then the verb in the infinitive form, and the rest of the question. Like, did I watch the news on TV? Yes, I did. No, I did not or didn't. There are no rules. You need to learn the forms. You have to study the irregular verbs or irregular verbs by heart. Like do, did. Like go, went. Buy, bought. You have to study them by heart. We use the past continuous form. This is the past simple. We talked about the past simple, the past simple tense of the verb. Like go, went, did, do, did. What about the past continuous? Continuous means was, aware, plus the verb, plus the ing. We use the past continuous form to talk about an action in progress at the time in the past. Something that lasted, an action that lasted for a long time in the past. Like, what were you doing at 9:30 last night? I cannot say I studied مثلا. I watched TV. No, I mentioned here how long I watched a movie or I watched the TV. So we were watching TV because in the question here what we were doing at 9:30. It means I started watching TV before 9:30, but 9:30 we were still watching TV. So we were watching TV. We also use the past continuous form for an action that continues for a long time. Like, all day yesterday, I have to use the past continuous tense. If it's yesterday alone only, so it rained yesterday. But it was raining all day yesterday. How to form the past continuous tense? We start the sentence with the subject, then the verb to be in the past, whether it's was or were, it depends on the subject. Then the verb plus the ing, and then the rest of the sentence. I was watching, I was studying, she was doing, they were playing. In the affirmative, we use I was having dinner, or we were working on a project. In the negative, we use was not or were not plus the verb and ing and then the rest of the sentence. Questions and short answers, yes or no questions. We start the sentence with was or were, then the subject, then the verb and the ing and the rest of the question, like, was she watching the movie on TV? We can say yes she was or no she wasn't. What about where? Were you working on a history project? Yes, we were, or no, we were not. We often use the simple past and the past continuous forms together for actions happened at the same time. I can do two things at the same time in the past, but one of these two actions happened for a longer time. So the long action will be in ing form, the past continuous, and the short action will be in the past simple tense. Like, I was watching TV when my father came. My father came is a very short action, interrupted the long action that I was doing, which is watching TV. It means that I was watching before he came, I was watching when he came, I will be watching after he comes. Like, I was taking a shower when my phone rang. Taking a shower and the phone rang, both of them happened in the past tense. But I was taking a shower in the long action, the phone rang, short action. We use the past continuous form for the longer action and the simple past form for the shorter action. Some verbs aren't used with the past continuous tense. We cannot use some verbs in the past continuous form. Like, these are stative verbs, like see. I'm seeing something. We cannot say I was seeing, I was wanting, I was preferring, I was liking. These are stative verbs. You cannot use them in the progressive form, ing. We liked the music at Ahmed's party last weekend. We cannot say we were liking the music. I did not want to go swimming yesterday afternoon. I cannot say I wasn't wanting to go swimming yesterday afternoon. So these verbs are called stative verbs. They cannot be used in the progressive form, ing. Thank you so much and goodbye.